Yeah, good morning, everyone. I think okay, Chiamaka, Miriam. Good that you are the first today. Can you all see me? Can you all hear me? I don't believe you can see me. Can you all hear me? Yeah, good morning, everyone. Okay. Can you hear me or you can hear my voice? Can you make a comment in the chat box? Ah, how is the assignment? Or how is the task going? Yeah. How is the task going? Okay, we can hear you. Okay. I don't know the price for coming early, but maybe there will be one day. Chiamaka. So okay, that's fine. Okay, thanks everyone. Thanks for joining the class. We have less than an hour to do some things. If you join my previous class, we talk about flex, flex, and we talk about the flex container majorly, the properties that we can use on the flex container. A flex item can also be a flex container, so we are going to reach there today. So hopefully we'll be able to talk about that today. So we talk about flex container. We know that we can use once we use a display of flex, then the default direction is going to be in row, and we can also use some property like justify content, align item, align content, and flex direction, flex row, flex direction, flex flow, which is the combination of flex direction and flex direction and what's the other one? Yeah, two property, flex direction. Yeah, sure. So that's what we'll talk about the other class. Today we'll be talking about the children. What happens to the flex item? What are the properties that we can use for flex item? We'll be talking about it today. So, and I'll be reading through your questions so that we can answer some of the questions. So I can answer some of the questions. Excuse me. Okay, if I'm going through the question here, somebody said that please can you explain the style guide for the week 4 task? This is what I've earlier said before. When we are using when we are doing this Scrapple project, style guides is something that you'll be needing. It helps you to know that okay, we are going to be using this font size. We are going to be using this font color. You can't just say it's not by try and error. And another advantage is that it saves you time. For example, now if you don't have the font size or the font the color, you need to start using something like color picker to check for the right color, which is not what you actually want to do. So that's what the style guide is. I will try and open it now. I think I opened it some minutes ago, and I'll okay. These are the images you are going to be using for the project. These are an SVG PNG. So these are what you'll be using for the task. I'm not going to practice the task here. It's an assignment which I expect you to be able to do. So these are the stuff you'll be needing. And let me just, oh, okay, this is the style, one of the style guides. Let me open it and let's see what's there. Now, you have been taught that if you are using mobile, you are going to be using at this length. This is the breakpoint for the mobile, and this is the breakpoint for the desktop. And this is our color. We are using blue color. This is for the red. We are having HSL. I think if you check your hue, saturation, and lightness, there was a YouTube video on how this thing's been is being done. So you can also read about it. Okay. So we have all this color. This is the font size that you'll be expected to use. The font family you'll be expected to use. You're expected to be using pop pins, and you can easily search for it on Google Fonts. So I hope that will answer the question as regards the style guide. Yes, I'm class perfect. Okay, yes, you are class perfect today. Yes, please, any noise maker, let me know. Any noise maker during the class, let me know. So I think that should explain that question by Dara. I hope that explained the question as regards what you are going to be using style guide for. So can you explain the assignments where you told us to write week 3 to week 5 assignments on GitHub or something? I didn't understand it at all. If I'm not mistaken, we have not reached GitHub. So I will not be answering this. I'll put it as read. Please, how are we going to input the logo at the top of the layout for the week 4 task? You download the icons or the logo. You download it from the document. Then you are going to copy it inside your folder. Then you are going to use it. I think that's the best way. If you have followed us when we are doing when we are extracting the images from the Crapo project, you should not have any issue. Should not have any issue on using it. So that's that. Just extract it, put it inside your folder, and and then you are going to use it. Just link it. The reason why most of you don't want to stress yourself to do anything, a little bit, as in a little research, most of you don't even want to do it, and it's not too good. Like, it's not too good. Now we are having this, we are coming here to talk about the assignment. It's not something I feel appropriate, to be honest. Because one, we are giving you this stack as a problem that I want you to solve. We don't expect you to be as a beginner. We don't expect you to just go there and within the next 5 minutes you finish it up. No. We want you to experience challenge, search through the challenge. Then if you didn't get through the challenge, maybe after searching, going through a lot of articles you have read, you were unable to do it, then you come back to us. So that's how I think that the assignments or the projects of the work supposed to be. Not that having small issue like this, you message having some issue, you're not going to be getting it, and you have a long way to go. For you to be a dev, you have to, at least if you can't identify a solution, it's possible that you will not be able to identify a solution as a dev, but you will have to find the solution to the problem. You may not be able to identify a problem, rather, but you must be able to solve a problem. And that's why you're a developer. It's not a matter of interpreting code. Going forward, you have to think about how to do things and you're going to implement it. So I did just advise that if you're having challenge, try and read about it. And make your own research. Then if you are unable to do it, then you can come back. Why did we stop using CodePen? Okay, one day Ibushim, you can try and use CodePen, you get 0.5 because we have stopped using CodePen. CodePen cannot allow you to use you can't upload images through CodePen from your local device or from your system. You cannot have multiple pages. You need to be on a pro plan. So I don't know if you are using pro plan, so be it. You can use it. My guess you have not been attending several classes. So so that's that. Let me go to the next question. Good afternoon. I just got graded for one of my tasks in Frontend, and I was given 2 out of 3. I would not like to answer this question, but let me read it. If it's something that is peculiar to this class, I will talk about it. The reason is for the 2 is that I didn't use enough wordings, less than 100. I think our boss make a clarification on this. If you face this challenge, just exercise patience. We are going to try and read the announcement on the Slack. There's an announcement on it that we are going to find a way to rectify it. Like everyone, we are going to be on the same page. Please, you can just there's no need of me going back. You can just go back to your, as in minimize your, or go back to that page I explained the style guide. We are at 15 minutes past 10, so we shouldn't be going back, we'll be going forward. You can just rewatch the video and you'll be fine. It's just a matter, what I said here is this just this is the style guide here. This is the style guide. This is just telling you what you are going to be using. It's telling you in the color you are seeing, the red color you are seeing there, this is the value you are going to be using. The blue color you are seeing there, this is what you are going to be using. The typography, the font size you are going to be using is 16 pixels. So, and it's telling you the font family that you are going to be using is this. So that's all about it. If you don't have the font family, you can just go to font.google.com. Then you can get the font. So go to fonts.google.com. You'll be able to get the fonts that you need. Poppins. If you search for Poppins here, Poppins. So this is Poppins. Then you can just copy it. You can also download it if you like, but I would advise you to copy it. You can just select, number one, just select regular. You can select 500 regular like this. You can select 500 like this. Well, that would be enough. You can also select 600 if you like. Then if you come here now, these are your selected. I don't need this rubric. This one's for another project. I'm deleting this rubric. I'm removing all rubric. This my enter too. I'm removing all. So I'm having these poppings alone. So you can copy this to your, you can copy it to your CSS if you want to use this. And you can copy it in the head of your HTML if you want to use this. I believe this is not the first time. You should be familiar with this. Now, if you are saying that there's something we call fallback, let's say fallback fonts. I'm sure that's how we usually call it. We call it fallback fonts. For example, now, if you look at this one now, it's saying we have Poppins and we have sans serif. We have Poppins and we have sans serif. For example, if your system doesn't have, or you can't download, you can't use in one way or the other, maybe like internet, this Poppins will require you to internet, but this sans serif will not require internet. So for one way or the other, if you're unable to use Poppins, you should use sans serif. That's what we mean by the fallback fonts. So they can be 10. They can be 10 in number. They can be millions. They can have a font family of millions in number. The only thing you are telling the browser is that if you didn't see this one, use this one. That's what it means. Oluwafemi Awotunde, I hope that answers your question. This is 2 font family in the style. It wasn't specified which is for which. Can you look into this please and the font style? Oluwafemi, I hope this my explanation clearly answer your question. It's not a mistake. You always have more than two font family. Some usually have five. You can see now Google itself, there is two fonts there, Poppins and sans serif. It's telling us that if there's any issue with one, you should use the other one. You can read more about fallback fonts. If you Google search and what we buy fallback fonts. You can see you go fallback fonts. You can see you can read about it in try and read about it in W3 school. This you can see now. Try and read about it here. It will be easier for you. Please always try and make sure that you also make a little bit of research. For example, now if you are using this, if this one is not available, your system will use this or your system will use this. Below are some commonly used fallback organized by the 5 generic form. All this one they are common. You don't need to browse this or you don't need to download this. This one are the common in your browser. So all these are usually serve as a fallback font. So should in case the one maybe cursive, Rubik that I showed you the other time, or the Poppins are not available, one of these fallback will be used. Please, I hope this is clear and we can move forward from this. So Oluwafemi, I'll be expecting your question. Okay, if that's the case, let me check it on my own end. I'm trying to check. It might be two different. One might be for the grid, and the other one might be for the flexbox. See now, I only have one font family here. So in my own, I don't know. Please, someone is saying, I can be team. I'm only having one font family here. Popping. So I don't know. Let me understand what you are saying. Okay, Oluwafemi, thank you. So I think that is clear. Okay, let me try open my Replit. If you are new to Flexbox, Flex, I would advise you that you should take your time to study. It's very simple, but take your time to understand the basic things you need. So once you get it, you will know what you want to do. You know what you want to do, and it'll be easier for you to do it. So it's easier for you to do it. I think we can check on another question. Concerning Replit, Saturday class with Sliver code, it showed us the right way to get the link from Replit. But when I tried that link in the browser, it wasn't working. I was just showing the Replit page and not my work. However, when I copied the link from the previous way, it was showing where. What do you advise? I don't know what exactly you are doing, and you didn't attach any screenshots to it. You didn't attach any screenshot to it. So, but if I go to my Replit, guys, this is my Replit now. This page now, I think I've already generated the link. So now, for example, now if I copy this here, this will still work. If I copy this and I open a private browser, if I open a private browser like this, this will still work. You can see now this still works. So if you copy this one, you don't have any issue. you don't have any issue to still work. But it's just good that you publish it. That's more advanced way. You can see now this still work. This still work. Still works perfectly. So if you copy this, you don't have any issue. And you can see now this mail. If you publish uh, the if you send the published one also, that one too is fine. So I hope this will answer the person's question. I'm finding it difficult to link CSS with HTML. I'm also finding it difficult to understand you are having this challenge at this period. But because normally, if you once you create your replit, it automatically it automatically generates your HTML file, and it's automatically help you to link your file. So I don't think you should have an issue with it. But if you're having issue, please do attach do attach an image that will, there's a saying that image speak 1,000 words. Do attach images so that we can be able to understand what exactly you are talking about. What exactly you are talking about, so we'll be able to understand better. Um, I think that's fine. So now I don't know how I can submit just one link on the Flexboard and grid assignment. Meanwhile, I repeat to already one. Is it that okay? There will be always be a way. Please find a way. This question is somehow. I'm finding it difficult to believe that you did the previous assignment on your own, because you know that you can just put like, let's say if you do your grid, you do your flex under it, you can just put a link to grid, just put it under as a link to grid. Then that will be all what you need. It's just for you to link the pages. I don't expect that you expect us to explain how you're also going to link the two pages. You can always do it on your own. If you like, you can create a navbar to link the pages. So please let me know. So let me know if I answer your question perfectly. Concerning the pleats, okay, I think I've answered this also. I want us, after answering like 5 questions, I want us to do something else. I don't know how I can submit one link. Okay, I think I've answered this also. So I'm trying to check most of the conversation here. Okay, that's not what you're giving. Okay. I'll be checking let me check my just as patient. Let me check again. Okay, let me check. The document again. Let me check the document again. But nevertheless, I believe you will be given okay, this is the design. You'll be given a font family and a font weight. These one are not okay at all. I don't believe this doesn't have this is just for you to use grid, or you are going to be using flexbox. This should not give you issue. Okay. While waiting for that, this is a three-column car, three-column car. Um, okay, when I find it, but you can make a comment on inside this chat box about what it's all about, so I can pick it up like that. Which we are given two different fonts that isn't popping. So what's the name of the color the fonts that you were given? Please, can you just type it here? Yes, the question. This section is for question and answer. All the question you have inside the document. Good day, please, for the three-column part design. Am I supposed to recreate it exactly as it is? And if that's the case, I got the logo of sedan and SUV, but not the logo of luxury. What should I do? Also, what am I supposed to do with the picture titled copy of Vavicon? Thank you very much. Three-column card design. Three-column card design. Okay, this is it, and this is the image. Am I seeing different thing? We don't have any. This is what we have here. There's nothing like that here. And if I check other tasks I'm having here, these are the four tasks I have here. If I go to page 2, okay. So please, I think I'll leave this question unanswered because I can't find the reference to what the person is saying. So Dorcas Emmanuel, please, if you are here, you can please elaborate on your question so that it will be easier for me. Elaborate on the question. The person, this one here, the car image is inside the document. I think I've seen that one. There's a document for you. Check your dashboard. Click on the design. It will take you to your Google Drive. Download those images and put inside your folder. I think that will be fine. For the before task, are we to make a mobile function or make it responsive? What you just only need to do is, since you are using flexbox, and you can make your design responsive with flexbox, even if you have not been taught media queries, you can make your design responsive. It's just a matter of you using flex swap where it's supposed to be. If you have if there are two columns, then you can just change it to one column. So you don't need the media queries to do the task you are given. You can just use the concept of flexbox to do it. So I'm trying to read another question. Um, Oluwafemi Awotunde, or I can be similar. Can you just type out the exact question or the exact thing you're expecting? I'm not getting this as the question is being broken down. I'm not getting exactly what you mean. But are we to make a mobile version? It's not necessary. You can just what you only need to do is that you make it responsive. with just using that your using your flexbox concept. In the refactors, layout instructions are mobile width and desktop width. Once you are dealing with flexbox, you have some kind of opportunity. Like you don't need to consider, okay, if you're talking about this, I've seen the image of this somewhere. So this is this is possible. I've seen the image for this here. You'll be able to see it in your own. And so these are the image for the SUV and others. So I don't know why the person say cannot they cannot see it. These are the images. These are the images. So I don't believe so this is what you are just told to design. And with the Flexbox here, you don't need to have focus on width also. Let me just make an illustration here. Okay. Let's just do a little bit of this my header here without using mobile responsive is a little bit responsive. At least when you are on a screen that is smaller, it's changed to flex direction to be column. That means it's wrap. So this is just a basic way. Instead of you using, now I'm not using any width, but you understand that if at a particular point there's an issue, it can just change the flex direction or make it to wrap at a particular breakpoint. Like in the car 3 column task, we have two font family provided for us in the style guide: big shoulder display, weight and family legs. And please let me find it, because let me find the tags we are talking about here. Okay, if this is the tags we are given, all the information and the image of the site can be found in this folder here. So let me look at this folder now, and let's okay, this is the style guide. Okay, if this is what you are saying, what's difficult here? You have been given this. Once you click on this like this, they have given you the link to get the style. Once you click on it like this, and you come here now, and come here now. Okay, I think Control V. So this is the font. Go to this place, regular of 400. So I can remove all what I have here before. I'm removing it. Put regular of 400 and 500. Yeah, that's okay for you. This is the link here. If you want to use CSS, you can copy something like this. You can copy this. Yeah, if you want to use CSS, yeah, import. You can just copy it like this. And for example, now if I come to my what I have here, this is not for me. Now I want to use I'll come at the root of my page like this, and then you have something like this. I can put my semicolon here, still fine. So then what else? Then you can come, I can come back here and do inside my body, I'll put my font family here, should be big soda or cursive. So now let me run this and let's see if it works. So as regards someone that asked me about this, I hope this is clear. You can, these are not in your own guide. These two families are not the one in your own guide on your laptop. I've done it. My question is, I won't be penalized for not using the two. You don't need to use the two. Let me also see this. No, if you inspect, okay, this is what happened. If you check the image again, you will see that um what I what why the reason why you are giving I can be similar. The reason why you are giving two font families is this. If you check the ready-made or the image that was given to you, the font family are not uniform. One might be having this big shoulder, while the other one is having the other font family. So that's why we are giving the two. It's possible that you use more than two fonts in a project. It's possible you use like 5 fonts also. So, but what if you inspect the page, you notice that one is using different font family, and the other one is using different font family. That's why you are having two font family. So just check the image, check the finished product you were told to do. Then you are going to see the font family they used. Now, if you look at this page now, um, this SUV, this SUV, and this choose a sedan, blah blah blah. It's like they have two different fonts. Try it. If you use big shoulder for one, try the other one for the second one and see if there's going to be any difference. Just make sure that it have the same font family like this. So you can use more than one. You can use more than one family. Can I only use one at a time? Well, I don't know. If your work look exactly what you have here, you won't be penalized now. If your work look exactly like what you have here, you will not be penalized. So I hope that answer your question. I can see Milen. I hope that will answer your question. We're having this time. There's another. Please, Miracle Goji, I need clarification on the correct Replit link to submit. I don't know why this question keep popping up every. This is our second week on doing these things, and I keep asking the same question. Now, for example, now if I'm creating a new Replit now. Okay, now let me create a new. Let me see if this command work. Replit.new. Let me see if it works. It's a command I've not tried before, because it works for Google Docs. If you said okay, it works also. It also works also. Now, if I create this, let me call it hello world. Now I'm creating this Replit hello world. No, this is not exactly what I want. Let me just go to replit.com. This is readme. I want HTML and file. I want him to help me to create my HTML file. So now if you go to your Replit like this, now name of your Replit, I want to choose HTML and CSS and JavaScript. This is what I want to use. I can say hello world. Hello world. It is I want it to be public so everyone can see it. Then if I create like this, Now, someone asking me about that, how do you link your CSS? This one has already been linked automatically. I don't need to link, I don't need to add anything. The other thing you need to do is, since you are not doing JavaScript, you can remove this JS. You can remove these comments, the JS. You can, at least you can clean it up like this. You can clean it up like this. Then you can put your H1 like this. My H1 like this. Hello world. So this is what I have here. Now you can delete this one too. Since you are not using it, you can delete it for now. You can delete it for now. So now you don't have any issue again. Now we have this index of HTML and size of CSS. Now for the person asking, click on this. Now you can see publish option. Click on it again. Then it will start asking you a different question. Put anything, description, assignments, week, for task. Then you click on next. You can, anything you want to do, you can upload image, you can add a lot of things to it, publish to the community. Then this is your link. What's so difficult in that? This is your link. Any place you paste this, any place you paste this one, it will work. If I paste it on my browser like this, this is my private browser, you can see now it works fine. If I open website, everything works fine. The same thing, if you can't do that, just come to this place now. Click on this URL also. Copy and paste it. It will also work. Anyone you do it, it will work. Just copy, Andrew. Just copy the. Well, yeah. There's no single way of doing things. There's no single way of doing things. So, and that's just benefit that the advantage you should have by having different mentor. There's no one way of doing things. So you can do it like that. That's fine. And can also publish it. The published one looks more presentable to me actually, because it's just like you are hosting your website on. It's just like you are hosting your website on Netlify or Facet, unlike you copying the local host URL to me. So hosting is the better. All right, thank you. Miracle, it's because of you I started this publishing of Replit. I hope that is clear, Miracle. Okay, Andrew, I guess you can send me a message on Slack as regards that you have been off for 2 weeks and now you come back loaded with money, so we can discuss about business on Slack, since you are back after 2 weeks. So another thing, with the few minutes I have left, we can talk about what the other properties. If you attended my last class, we talked about the flex container, the parent container. And then what happened to the flex item? Actually, I said when we use display of flex, the div that contain all the elements automatically becomes a flex container. Why the item inside is the element inside it becomes flex item. So now we want to talk about flex item. So I think I'm using one before. Okay, I've been using this. You can see now my this thing, my font family, the font type has changed to this font shoulder. So this is how you are expected to use it. So this is how my own looks like. I can come here now. Since we are using CSS, we can come here and say FF family. Then I can copy this like this. Because the reason why is that in the case that we are using more than one, you are given 2 font families. So it's better you do something like this. Then I can come here and say var FF family. So this will still work as you expected. This will still work as you're expecting it. Yeah. So now we talk about flex. Now This is, yeah, okay. Now, if you go to my index.html page now, let's see. I want to remove, okay, there's no need. If you remember, I did this inline styling. We really don't need it, but it's okay like that. Now, if you look at it now, this my nav is a flex item, and this my axis too. It's also a flex item, isn't it? Now, I can give some property to this flex item. This is an item. This one here is a flex item. I want to write a comment here. So this is a flex item. So this one here is a flex item. And this nav here too is a flex item. Now, both of them are flex items. They have some properties for them. So that will take us to W3 school. Let me just say flex box, the flex W3 school. I'm checking your messages. Yes, that's okay. Dave, please, can you kind of go through other videos that we have talked about? Adding images is something that you have done in your previous tasks. So I don't know. Try and go to our previous video. That's a simple thing I think you have all done, and you have. Please, how do I submit different link on Replit for different assignments? Create different Replits. If you create one, create another one, another tab. Then you do your tasks there. You can't submit a single one. If you submit a single one, either you score 0 for the 2, or you pass 1. So just create. You can create multiple. I am having like this one, 2. I'm having like 3. This 3 Replit account. I have 3 Replit tab I opened, and there are 3 different things. So you can create as much as possible. Just like you can create a lot of pages on your VS Code. You can create a lot of tab also with for Replit. So that's that. This is exactly not what I want. Let me just say flexbox. How do I submit different link? I think I've explained that. Good is I can show how to add image. We have shown it several times. Try and check the previous video and see how it's been done. So we're having this CSS. This we talk about the container. So today we are going to be talking about the items. Now, what we mean by item? Items are the elements inside the let's just say items are elements inside the parent element. This div is also an element, right? So this div here is the parent. This div that has 1 to 4, they are called flex item. Now we start with the property that we can use with the flex item. We have order, we have flex group, flex basis, flex, and align self. Now let's take it one by one. The other property is just the way you want your your item to be. For example, now let's try it yourself. We have in this 4 item here. But supposes that when in mobile view, or when you can see this is not shrinking, which is not too good, because the default thing is it should what flex wrap should be no wrap. So I can do flex wrap here. It should wrap like this. You can see now it's now wrapping, because the default one is no wrap. You can see now. So this is one good thing about flex container. So now we're having this now. Now I can come here now and say, because this div now, I can come here and say, I can come here, there's something we can call end child. Now I can come here and say my flex container, my flex container, my flex container. Then I want to use end child. Our end child. I hope I got the usage. The end child, the second one now. The second one. Now, if I go here now and I say, let's give it a background color. Let's change the background color first. Background color should be green. Let's see the one that we have selected. No, that's not what I mean. Flex container. Okay, if I give it a color, let's see. Color of green. No, these are flex container, and these are the child. Now, if I run this again, it's possible I'm not selecting the right thing. This one ends here. Fine. Okay. This we are not talking about this. I can give this a class of. Let me just give this a class of 2. If I give this a class of 2, I can come here now and use 2 like this. It should work. My color here is green. So it's possible there's something I'm not doing here. My flex container, our div. Let's give it a background color. Actually, I said I'll be using I prefer to use my VS Code because that would be more easier to do rather than this. Okay, if that doesn't work, let's just quickly jump to our VS Code. Or let me just use the Replit itself. Now, after having this in my body now, I have this header like this. So I can come here now and create let me say a div here. The problem is that we'll be writing a lot of code, no suggestion. I can call this a flex container. Our class here is a flex container. If you are following us now, I can just write flex here to work. So now we're having div. Let's say the div here is let's say 1, just like in that example. Div here is 1. Also, now I can copy this now. So let's say we're having 3. 1, 2, 3. Now let me run it and let's see what we have. Okay, okay, I'm seeing a suggestion. I don't think I need to put that div there before it works. It's not that is of its type. When we want to use of type, ends of type, I think that's when you're going to be using div. But because it is all these div here, they are okay. Let me try div here and let's see if it works. Wow, okay, thank you, it works. So okay, we can continue using this. We are saying background here is red. Okay, this now works. Now, what I was trying to explain then is the order. If I want this order here to be, the order here should be, let's say 4. Now, let's run it and let's see. You can see now this one here is now coming to be 4. So now it's not going to change this one. It's not going to, this one is not coming as what? As the first, but this one is coming to 4th. So thank you so much, Wisdom, Miracle. Yes, it's just to be in the same. It's going to be inside the same folder. The only thing, you're just going to create grid.html. Then after you do that, Then you are going to create, you can have your index page can serve as your flex.html, while your grid will serve as your grid, you just create a grid.html. Then after then you can just link you can link your HTML, your flex to your grid. For example, now you can create a navbar if that's what you want, or under your flex, when you have your flex, you can just write link to grid. Then there will be a link under. Then once someone click it, it will take us to the grid page. I think that's all. Okay, thank you so much for the contribution. Yeah, it works. I was expecting that when I say ends of type or something like that is when I'm supposed to use it. But because this container is also is the parent, and it's the one I'm having the child. Okay, yeah, I get it is this one that has the child. Yeah, thanks so much for the contribution. So that's how. So this is the first thing. Now, if you are using the order, so order will change the way in which the items are arranged in the flex container. It will change how it is being arranged. So for example, now, just like we did this now, we can also come here and say the fourth child here, the other year, let's say just give it a red, and the other year should be 3. So now you can see now the other year is 3. We can also give it order of 1. The other year is 4. Okay, let's give it 2. So what changed? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's give it to the third. Okay, and that works fine. The other year is 2, 0, 1, 2. Okay, if I remove this like this, the other year is 2. Yeah. So now that's for the flex item. That's for the order. Now we also have flex grow. This flex grow is one important property that you'll be using. What I mean by flex grow is this. How do you want the item to grow? For example, now, if you give an item flex of 1, if you give two different items the flex of 1, 1, 1, that means they are to take the space in equally. For example, now, what we have here. Wow, our time has gone already. So let's I think with this now we can round up the class. Thank you everyone for joining. Please, if you have further questions, you can always message me. There's someone say that you should do grid. Yeah, I think I've explained that. Miracle. I hope that's fine. Please, you shouldn't have any difficulty doing the task. You just need to understand the basics of flexbox or flex container, then you'll be fine. So if there's no other question, we can call it a day. I believe another mentor should be waiting somewhere for his own class to start. So don't let us keep them waiting. So if there's no any other question, see you tomorrow by God's grace. Bye everyone. Oh, Chiamaka, thank you so much. My class rep for